because it's never automatic. All right. I think we're good. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Drinking Buddies. This is episode 12. We're doing Christmas cocktails today. Actually, this one's officially called Jingle Bell Rocktails. AI came up with that name. So, yeah, we're just going to wait and see till some people join the chat here. I need to step away for a second, guys. And you guys keep the chat company.
All right, perfect time to walk away.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see exactly what happens, right?
All right, we got Sean in the house. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the chat.
Hey, Sherry's here.
Cheryl Jean. Welcome all. We're waiting for Rob to come back. His baby's having a bit of a tantrum, I suppose. I don't miss those days, right, Dave?
Oh, I'm so glad they're grown up.
No. I mean, my daughter's 7, so she still gets a little upset once in a while before bed, but nothing crazy. Hey, Eric Sloop is in the house. All right. Hey, there's the Iceman. That's the Iceman, all right?
Hey, how is
everybody in the
today?
chat? Everybody in the chat, let us know what it is you're drinking tonight. If you're drinking.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're not drinking tonight, what are you drinking this weekend? Let us know. Inspire us. And let us know where you're calling from. Where you calling from, listener?
Well, tell everybody where you're hailing from today.
Oh, there you go. Mr. Becht is from Ontario, Canada. He's one of your guys, Dave.
Yeah, he's Canadian. You can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't. We got a nice Canadian audience in this joint. Here we got Cheryl Jean is drinking some margaritas. Sean is debating what he wants to drink. Sean, will have Campari?
Yeah, we have the Alchemics bar crowd.
There's our man Carl O'Reilly. We're not sure which one, but I'm assuming it's Carl. What's up, brother? We miss you, man.
Carl's probably working a double right now.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be dropping some sweet videos soon. We miss them. I'm having a glass of homemade elderberry wine. Oh, very nice.
Oh, we got somebody from Kansas. That'd be Jacqueline.
Jacqueline Basilota from Kansas. We're in Kansas. Well, I'm up in obviously I'm in New York, and our buddy Dave is in Yukon, right?
Yeah, I'm way up north. If I can
Way
get any
up
further north, I'll be in the Arctic Ocean pretty much.
Right. And Rob is Ontario too, right?
Yeah, he's just outside of Ottawa.
Oh, all right, cool. Hey, y'all, sending my best from Joplin tonight. Can't have any cocktails right now because I'm in a semi-truck, but I will be home tomorrow and we'll be trying David's Christmas margaritas. All right, look at that.
Yeah, that would
we
be
got
Eric.
A guy truck driving and watching. Love it.
Well, he's
listening. At work. I'm working on our podcast website. New video out next week. All right, Carl, beautiful. Can't wait to see it, brother. Can't wait to see it. Oh, that's right. Sean's from Maryland. That's right. He's from Tim's Way.
Yep.
Okay, boy, note Robson do Brazil. Oh, we got the
that'd be Robson. So he's saying good evening. He's from Brazil.
Yes. Yep.
And that'd be in Portuguese.
That's right. We got a local Brazilian just outside of Kansas City. All right. Okay, we got Rob from Alabama. That's our buddy Rob. Nice. All right, we got a nice audience here tonight. Beautiful, love it. And I know my man Iceman's from right outside of Philly. All right, well, look, I don't know how long our buddy Rob is gonna take making cocktails. So, Dave, you want to get something started here, or you want to have a little chat? You know, Rob, I was thinking to myself the other day, Dave.
Yep.
What is the coolest, or like it's just your favorite Christmas gift you ever got as a kid?
Oh, my favorite Christmas gift.
Yeah, that you ever got as a kid.
That's going back quite a long time as a kid. As I'm starting to age out here, back to Generation X. You know what? I think it was the dreaded Legos.
Legos,
Not
really?
for me. I loved Legos, but I'll tell you, they're the perfect midnight landmine. You step on one of those, it's worse
Oh,
than
yeah.
anything else you could possibly step on.
Yeah.
But I spent hours and hours building things. I just loved them, and the sky was the limit, right? I'd just build anything.
Yeah, I didn't do too much Legos. I was a Play-Doh guy.
Yeah. Did you eat it?
I'm back.
No, I didn't eat it. No.
Maybe that was just Rob who did that.
Yeah.
What?
I think that's what Rob went to eat something right now, some Play-Doh, as a matter of fact, as we speak. He's
I thought we're
picking
still
the
on. I was actually listening. I had the headphones in me the whole time. But,
all right, well, guys, Rob is back, and I think we're ready to rock and roll here. Right?
we're thirsty.
Rob, we got a good audience.
We do.
Today.
Yeah, nice audience going. I like it.
We even got a guy driving a semi truck and watching, which is probably
That's amazing. Just keep your eyes on the road, but listen in.
He's listening.
That's a first. Big shout out to Eric Sloop, is it right? Yeah.
Legos are awesome. Legos are. Now my fun is I buy the Legos for the kids, and I still get to build them.
Yeah,
they get to play with them.
I got a daughter, so the Lego's not too big a thing for her. I'm stepping on
Lego?
Barbie's. And I'm finding Barbie's hair cut throughout the apartment. Like, what is going on? What is his hair?
Come on, Rob. You know you like the chia.
Well, I've got a daughter now, so I definitely have some Barbies in my future. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sean, the Red Ryder 200 range model air rifle. You gotta shoot your eye out, kid. What is everybody's favorite Christmas movie? Put it in the chat. What's your favorite Christmas movie? What's Rob? What's your
don't say Die Hard. I love Die Hard, but I am.
Die Hard is now a Christmas movie.
I love Die Hard, but I'm not on the Die Hard as a Christmas movie bandwagon.
You don't understand.
Yeah. But what is
just because it's Christmas adjacent doesn't make it a Christmas movie. Otherwise, there's a slew of other movies that fall into that same category too.
But they're as good as Die Hard.
Die Hard.
It's not about me. It's a great film. It's just not a Christmas film. Christmas Vacation. That's probably my favorite.
One. I mean, Elf is so good too. Elf is a modern classic.
Yeah, no, Elf is fun.
It is, yeah.
The very first ever Christmas movie that I ever watched, that I usually try and watch almost every year, is A Christmas Carol.
The Muppets?
Black and white one with Alistair Sim.
The Muppets one is great.
The Muppets one is my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol, or I like the Muppets. I like the Muppets Family Christmas, where it's just like the bunch of them getting together, and then the gang from Sesame Street comes over, and it's just like all the Jim Henson puppets.
Oh, I love anything that Jim Henson did. I was a big Jim Henson fan. Rudolph is my second favorite.
I watched Rudolph this year with my kids, especially my older son. I started playing it a Saturday morning a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "What the hell is this?" He's like, he's into like Pokemon and starting to get into like anime and stuff. And at first he was like, "That looks stupid," but then I could see him, like he was on his iPad. I could see him just like looking at the screen, and he was into it.
So good, it's so good.
You got into it.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Why don't we start off with making a cocktail? How about you, Roberto?
Right.
You want to get it kicked off?
You want me to go? Oh, sure. I can do that. All right. The first one I'll be making is the Burl Ives. And speaking of Rudolph, Burl Ives sings like half the songs in there.
Yes, he
and
does.
he's also the voice of Sam the Snowman, who narrates the whole story.
Yeah.
So let's make the Burl Ives. It's basically a Christmas take on a Manhattan. Actually more of a Rob Roy, because it's a Scotch Manhattan.
Hey, Uncle Pete's in the house. What's up, Uncle Pete?
Hey, Uncle Pete. How's it going?
Hey,
nerds. What's up, nerds? All right, so we're going to start this bad boy. I need a jigger.
Ooh, Gremlins is a good one. That's a good one, Matt. That's a good one. I love Gremlins.
How is that a Christmas movie?
Are you nuts? It takes place on Christmas.
Yeah.
Just because it takes... So does Batman Returns. Does that make it a Christmas
movie?
movie?
Another great Christmas movie.
All right.
So what defines a Christmas movie? I think we need to chat.
I think it has to check a few more boxes than just happening at Christmas.
There's Christmas music in it. If there's a
Christmas music, themes,
if there's a Santa Claus in it.
Yep, all
Christmas themes. Like here's the thing: if Die Hard, if John McClane was running around going, "Don't you ruin Christmas, you jackasses," that would make it more of a Christmas movie.
Listen, he's wearing a Santa Claus hat, dude. He's wearing a Santa Claus hat.
He wears a Santa Claus hat. He dresses stuff up. He gives people the gift of bullets.
Come on. It's the gift that keeps on giving, man.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's the gift that gives one time.
Oh no! You can give it to as many people as you want. Come on.
I'm even wearing I'm wearing my Santa Claus PJ pants.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so back to the Burl Ives. So we got 2 ounces of scotch in there. You know I'm using Isla Mist because it's cheap, but it's nice and smoky. We're gonna do half an ounce of creme de cacao.
Hey, Rob.
Wait. See, Carl just made a great point. Carl just nailed it. He brought it home.
He writes "ho ho ho" on the dead German guy. That doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
What else does he need to do, the poor guy?
Narnia, the first Narnia movie, actually has Santa Claus shows up in it. It's still not a Christmas movie.
It is a
Oh,
Christmas movie.
no.
Come on. Okay,
It's
so
not a
I have
Christmas
another
movie.
question. This is from
Half ounce of-
Robson.
I'm gonna put the
Rob, you'll have to answer this question.
well, I don't
Now,
have to answer this question.
our gentleman from Brazil, his name's Robson, and he's a bartender, and he wants to use Rob's home bar there in Brazil to set up a company with that name. You two will have to talk and decide whether that's something you want with royalties and blah blah blah. blah.
I can't. Oh yeah, that's the big chat there. That's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Brazilian laws and Canadian laws don't match
I
up.
don't think they mesh too well. Anyways, we got 2 ounces of blended scotch, half ounce of sweet vermouth, half ounce creme de cacao, and we're doing 4 dashes of Ango. So we're gonna get some
Oh,
ice
we
in
got
there.
someone from Nova Scotia, Sean.
Who's from Nova
Hey, Sean,
Scotia?
how you doing?
Sean O'Halloran. We got more Canadians in the house. Jeez.
We do have lots of
Heck,
Canadians.
wrong
That's
with
awesome.
that? This is a really good movie.
Alexandra Kormos from Austria. Oh, we never had Austrian before.
God.
Ooh,
She's
fancy.
doing hand pink waving, which I assume is this. Is that what it is? Hand pink waving? Oh no, it's a pink hand waving.
She's waving.
A pink. All right.
So we obviously know that Rob Ballas likes Ango.
Yeah, he loves
He
Ango.
likes it
I'm
sour.
assuming so. He's not,
doesn't
but he
like
isn't.
Ango?
But he's not wrong though. I mean, 4 dashes.
Hey,
of
Vino.
Ango is pretty sweet.
Am I ripping another finger today?
Do you have 911 on speed dial, my friend?
I have my wife on speed dial.
Oh wait, remember this?
Honey, I did it again.
Wait, oh, remember this? Dude, I forgot.
Oh,
about
yeah, that's
this.
right. Yeah.
What is that?
Wait, you weren't here for it, David?
Yeah, that was for during the Amaro. He wasn't there for that. It's only Vito that can do it.
I discovered that my for some reason my computer when I do gestures makes like effects. I don't remember what they are though. But I know thumbs up did fireworks.
I forget what the other ones are. Wave. Do like a wave.
Let me see.
It doesn't
Wave.
work for me. My computer
No.
was like,
No, it's only Vino.
It's the new version of the
It's
Mac
not the
OS.
application. It's the it's the Mac.
You didn't
I'm on a
update-
Mac, but I'm using it on a
Didn't I?
camera. All right,
Oh,
here we go,
you-
guys. The Burl Ives.
No, but I'm
Looks
using
nice.
my camera too.
Hmm.
I know it could be. I'm using a
Oh.
different camera.
Vino, you would love this. So
Oh, it sounds
very Manhattan-ish, obviously with Scotch, but that creme de cacao adds a nice little sweet chocolatey note, and there's a fair amount of Ango. Very nice.
How is the sweetness level at that amount of the creme de cacao? How does that work out? Does it push it up a little bit higher, or does it?
For what? Sorry.
The creme de cacao with all the sugar in it, does it push it up a little higher in the sweetness?
It's definitely a little sweeter than a classic Manhattan, but not overly, because not overly. It's good.
How close does it come to the Rob Roy? Because that's a very well balanced version.
I mean, it's like a Rob Roy, just with a little chocolatey thing going on. Very nice.
Now, Rob, you have a bottle of creme de cacao. I couldn't tell.
I have not made my own yet. This is just the cheap
Rob,
LCBO
I'm
stuff.
telling you,
The Guinness.
take that and just
Yeah, you made your own, eh?
take that cheap shit. Is what I did. I take the cheap one. It cost me $5, and I just filled it up with cacao beans. This shit is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my own. I want to start it from
Well,
vodka.
if you're gonna make it from scratch, fine. But if you got like the cheap creme de cacao, man, I'm telling you guys, add some cacao beans to it. Let it sit for.
I mean, this one's not. Well, I mean, I know me and Dave, we kind of crap on this brand a lot because it's the cheap Ontario brand. It's not bad. I mean, it fills a niche, because they're the ones that make the blue curacao. They make the triple sec. They make all those quintessential liqueurs that I've started making myself. But they're the Ontario brand that makes them. Yes, they're dirt cheap, but it's there, and there's no alternative. So
they're all across Canada. Actually, I can get some of those up here, but I have to then change over to bowls for a few things.
We have a few bowls products, but not a lot.
So again, depending on what you have access to. Now, because of my location, I'm pretty remote, right? So it's a little harder for me to get stuff. And based on importation laws into Canada, it makes it really difficult for either Rob or I to get some stuff. However, it's definitely always worth trying to make your own stuff too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a book on some liqueurs. I'm going to try out a few recipes and just see what happens, because it's got some interesting ideas, including in the Nutella liqueur.
You're stepping on my territory there.
I'm going to step real hard, Rob. I'm coming for you.
Just step real hard.
See, I'm doing more of the cheap hacks. Much easier what you're doing. And the cool thing about doing it the way when you buy a cheap one, the sweetness is already balanced, so you don't have to worry about balance. So all you're doing is adding more chocolate flavor. Like this should taste like a really good dark chocolate bar. And that's the hard part about making your own liqueurs, unless you're going to do a small batch to start off. You can't. There's no way to really test it without like wasting a lot of spirits, like vodka or brandy, whatever you're using. Because I'm not even making a small batch. You're still talking about at least like a cup of vodka or a cup of brandy to make a liqueur, and then you find out, hey, it's not great. I have to start over, and then you've wasted. I don't want to do it. If you you got time for that.
I mean, I've done that. There's a few batches I've wasted of stuff, but all in all, I've been pretty good because I do a lot of research ahead of time. I look into what people have already done, and I look at notes. Reddit is great, has a great thread for people making their own liqueurs, and then they talk about it and discuss it. Okay, this was too too sweet. This was too. It's funny because my banana liqueur video was kind of like that. I made the video. It was my first shot at it. It's not perfect, and I mentioned afterwards, and I even mentioned in the comments that the few things I would have done differently. Like I used banana chips because I thought it would filter better, but the banana chips did not give it a good flavor as much. And then I made the banana syrup, which was awesome. But then a lot of people commented and say you should have made an oleosaccharum with the peel and add that to the syrup. So and then my final ratio from syrup to infused rum. I think in the video I said to do like a 2-to-1 or even a 3-to-1, and that is way too dry. So you need to go pretty high with the syrup for banana liqueur. So
especially for banana.
Yeah. So that video definitely requires an update. And it's funny because every now and then I get comments going like, I followed your recipe to the T and it's shit. I'm like, yeah, read the comments. I did make some updates.
For the banana one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We learn as we go.
We do. All right, so I'm gonna make mine now, Rob, and this one is Cella's. So Cella or Cella, depending on where you're from, is a very popular chocolate cherry cordial that I grew up drinking. Everybody in my neighborhood, this is what we ate as kids growing up, a holiday thing. So what I tried to do is I tried to replicate it through spirits, and I gotta tell you, I nailed it. And everyone has had it. It was like, dude, this is fucking right.
You made a video of this one, right? Because I think I remember.
I made a video of it, yeah. And
I don't think I ever made it, but this sounds really sweet.
Yeah, it is. It's a dessert. It's a dessert cocktail.
Yeah, it's definitely a dessert cocktail.
But I make it every year, again, because I'm really happy the way it came out.
Oh, absolutely. How close? What do you prefer? Do you prefer this, or do you prefer the coquito?
Oh, I mean, coquito is a whole different animal, though. I mean, that's like something that goes back culturally for me. Obviously, my family, we made it growing up. It's super festive. It's that's why they call it the Puerto Rican eggnog. I mean, I prefer coquito on a much more sentimental level, but like when I'm just hanging out having a drink, I probably would make this. Yeah, because coquito is super rich. It's like coquito is like beyond dessert. That's like
Oh yeah.
Like eggnog is its own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dave. I think this comment's for you. Something about you made a blue beverage, a blue tequila beverage. It's not me or Vino.
I did a snack pasta video today, and it's actually quite good. Really, it's very close in a lot of ways to a margarita, but it's got some coconut notes to it, some orange, and some tequila, and it looks really good.
So anyway, we got 1.5 ounces of brandy or cognac, 3/4 ounce of cherry hearing. That's going to give us obviously our cherry notes. Then I do a 1/2 ounce of creme de cacao. This is the first time I'm making it with this one here, so I bet I'm going to get even more chocolate notes.
Oh yeah,
about that.
Looks good.
And then a 1/4 ounce of amaretto.
And you make fun of me when I pronounce French words. Say amaretto again. Amaretto.
Yeah, but when I do it though, it doesn't sound like I'm clearing my throat. You know what I mean? You sound like you're clearing your throat half the time.
Because Rob's German in his background somewhere.
Courvoisier. It's not that hard. Courvoisier. There's no throat clearing.
3 dashes of bitters, chocolate bitters.
Absolutely.
All right, then we're just gonna add some ice and store it.
And to reply to Rob Balzo, we've actually been toying with the idea of a coconut mojito.
Of a what?
Coquitos and mojitos.
A Christmas coconut mojito. Or something I was thinking.
That sounds like a lot of that sounds fun right there.
It's just time and effort and.
Yeah, my buddy Rob over there is heading out to my island. Very excited for him.
Yeah.
And Christmas time in Puerto Rico is dope, man. I've been there for Christmas before, and it's super fun. Puerto Ricans take Christmas very serious. It's very festive. It's a very festive place. What's that?
Hey Rob, do you need some aloe vera?
Aloe vera?
I think he does. He needs some to apply.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's good. And I haven't had anything sweet today at all, so this is gonna hit the spot.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
All right, nice. Ooh, yeah. Cheers.
That looks good. Cheers.
Absolutely.
Dave needs a drink now.
It's super delicious, and the chocolate notes right now, because of that cacao, is way more enhanced than it's ever been. It's super good, and it's more viscous now too. Really dope. Best version I've made yet of this cocktail. Nice.
Awesome. All right, Dave, what you got for us?
We are going to do, I believe the first one is a Christmas Cosmo. And I'm going to have to shake this. I might even shake it with a smile for everybody. So I know we do that.
Riley, thanks for dropping by. I don't know, was that a...
That was Carl. Later, Carl. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Yeah, it's in my, and look forward to seeing some
yeah, I think he said next
videos.
week.
Oh, sounds good.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
I heard that earlier.
You want to put the recipe up for me?
No. If you ask nicely.
Niles Seger says, "Where's my painkiller?"
Oh, that is a great drink.
All right, Eric in the semi truck. Have you ever had the chocolate cherries, the little cordials? You had.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Yeah, you're gonna love this cocktail.
Vodka cranberry juice.
Oh, this is. I really love this cocktail.
You do you? Now, one of the things I am using in this is a homemade cranberry syrup.
Oh, very nice.
So I just used a little bit of some cranberries. I used some sugar, some water, just brought it up, and you kind of let it go till the cranberries start to pop. Bring the heat back down, let it kind of go for a bit. Really easy, and it really kind of just gives you the that added little bit of flavor. And you're only going to use about 20 mils on this. You don't need a lot. It's just enough to kind of balance everything out.
Yeah, I this is the first year actually that I don't make my cranberry spice syrup. I make that every year, and I use orange peels, a little bit of a star anise and stuff, a bunch of obvious flavors. And it's so good, man. It's super delicious. And
that sounds like
I make a Cosmo with it. It's crazy good, bro.
That sounds kind of like a loud shake.
Am I drowning you out there,
Last year, I made using AI. I made what I called a Christmas syrup, and it sounds kind of like that. It was basically a cranberry with a lot of like Christmas spices and stuff, and then I got AI to create a bunch of cocktails using the Christmas syrup, and there's some pretty good cocktails there.
No, it's good.
I think Iceman had made it.
Probably. Now you could actually
He makes everything.
You can actually substitute out, say, pomegranate juice instead of the cranberry juice if you want something that flavors just a little bit differently. I actually had a request for a pomegranate martini. This is pretty close, actually. If you just
that color is gorgeous.
That color is popping. That's what you want in a Cosmo.
Dave, is that unsweetened? Because it's way redder than like the regular stuff.
No, it's straight. It's straight cranberry.
You only get that color with the unsweetened stuff. If you buy the cranberry cocktail, you'll never get that color.
Yeah, and because I'm using 2 ounces in this, it's actually darker than you would see for a regular Cosmo.
Yeah, that's a.
I love the unsweetened stuff because it adds that tartness that it adds to me is over the top.
Well, that's what you want. Otherwise, it's too sweet. But a lot of people, that's what they want. This is a very overly sweet Cosmo.
Hey, Trevor is in the house. What's up, Trevor? Happy holidays, brother.
Absolutely, thank you. So it's slightly tart. All hints of obviously a little bit of orange from the orange liqueur, but the cranberry shines right through, and the sweetness, it's just below that tartness level, so it blends beautifully. You've got a little bit of sweet following it up, and that's just by only using about 20
That sounds good.
Like just shy of 3/4 of an ounce.
So Dave, if you bumped up that syrup, do you think it would help a little bit in terms of like adding a little more of the flavor from it?
No, I think the sweetness will take away from it if you add too much sweetness.
Yeah.
Now,
considering it's just more cranberry though too, right? Because it's not a cranberry spice syrup; it's just regular cranberry.
No, it just enhances the flavor.
Although
I was thinking of adding some spice to it, or even almost a sage tarragon, just something that takes your flavors over sideways. But I prefer it this way. I fiddled around a little bit.
Yeah, mess around with it, and I'm telling you, add some orange peels and shit to it, and some clove. It'll knock you out. It's actually pretty dope, especially because you're using real cranberry juice, so that it'll add more nuanced flavors to it. That's how I like to do it. Fellas, nothing but love to all your families, away at work, sipping their rum. All right, Trevor. Cheers to you, brother. We miss you, pal.
Yep. And I'm taking we should take a nice shot of a nice aged rum just for Trevor.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, guys, everybody got Rob. You already finished yours again. You always do this.
I did, yeah.
Round. we got it.
It was so good. But actually, here I got you covered because I actually pre-batched the Burl Ives.
Okay. All right. Good.
So I can just pour myself another one.
Good.
Let's do a quick toast before we continue the show, fellas. To everybody in the chat, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, cheers,
and everybody
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Cheers. That's pretty. Let it snow.
It's even good at room temp.
It gets gooder and gooder every sip.
Yeah,
gooder and gooder.
That is good.
So everybody in the chat, what's your favorite Christmas song of all time? What is your favorite Christmas song?
And if you say Mariah Carey, you're booted.
You get automatically kicked out. The AI will kick you out. My favorite is the Christmas song by Nat King Cole. I absolutely love that song, man. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Warms my heart.
I got my list here. Let me. I'm a huge fan.
My heart.
White Christmas.
I'm a huge fan of Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
White Christmas is fantastic.
The like rock opera with Christmas music. They're so good. I've seen them 3 times live, and it's been amazing.
Ooh,
if Trans-Siberian Orchestra comes to your city, they sadly don't come to Ottawa anymore in the last like 10 years. But if they come, man, are they awesome! Oh, we got someone joining.
Yeah,
we got Angry. Let's bring Angry.
This is why I love Trevor so much. Look at it. He says some Rat Pack Christmas playing in the background, just like Vino, and that's exactly what I have on right now in the background.
Absolutely,
man. Love you, Trev.
Jack Frost, absolutely. There's a lot of really good.
Anything Bing Crosby. Everybody saying Bing Crosby.
Andrew,
Hey.
welcome.
Oh, look who it is. All the way from
all.
down under.
All the way from down under.
Lunchtime for me.
I'm liking your lights there. Your set's been evolving a lot recently, and I like it.
Yeah, took over my son's bedroom when he moved out.
Oh well, there we
Let's
go.
hope he doesn't lose his job, Andrew.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So Andrew, you got to answer 2 questions, which you haven't been here to answer.
Yeah.
First, favorite Christmas movie, and second, favorite Christmas song.
Christmas movie, probably Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one.
A Christmas song. Honestly, it's a little bit cheesy, but got a soft spot for David Bowie and Bing Crosby singing "The Little Drummer Boy" on a.
That's a great song. That's great. That version is great.
That is a good one.
When it comes to Christmas music, there's no like you look.
Yeah,
From Mama
ran over,
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I mean, we made, I made fun of the Mariah Carey one, but hey, it's on my playlist.
It's Christmas, man. My daughter loves it. I sing
it's gonna be corny. It's as long as I think
Rob, just booty yourself, Rob. You just booty yourself.
Yeah,
I think the reason people have issues with that one is just because the mall's playing it on like repeat.
Yeah.
It's not that the song is bad or inherently awful, but it's that after you go Christmas shopping and you hear it nonstop, it gets to you. If they were to have,
don't forget they've also marketed it now where like it's the start of Christmas. Like she does this whole thing where she like presents the first time it comes on and stuff.
It's like at Halloween when radio stations try to do like Halloween music, and it's like you've got 2 songs, you've got Thriller and you've got Monster Mash. That's it.
That's it.
What else are you gonna play? Maybe some Alice Cooper stuff, but like that's it.
Alexander's is interesting. It's one you don't hear as often. God rest you, merry gentlemen. Nat King Cole's Christmas. Oh yeah, there's some great stuff.
So Mandroid 51 likes my song too. Love it. Listen, guys, if you're in the chat, most of the people are on my channel in the chat. So if you want to kind of see what everyone's saying and chat with everyone, head over to my channel. Rob,
we can see through our app here. We can see the chats from all channels together, but you guys will only see the chats from the channel you're watching the live on. So if you want to go, we want to encourage everyone to go to Vino's channel and watch it there. That way, everyone can chat together. And don't worry, me and Dave will not take it personally.
Yeah, Dave, Rob, and it's a very lively chat, so you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I like the new rappy song, "Baby It's Cold Outside."
That rapey song.
rapey, yeah. That's funny. I think it was Canada that tried to ban it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yes. Well, did you see? And I think it was around last Christmas. There was that comedian who said he's like, a bunch of radio stations have banned "Baby It's Cold Outside," but the #1 song on the charts was "Wet" from Wet Ass from. What's her name? Anyway, so he was I'm going to compare the lyrics to both, and it's look it up. Look comparing "Baby It's Cold Outside" to "Wet Ass." That song. And
that's the hilarity of it all, though, right?
It's so funny. They're like, this is okay, but this is wrong. This is
we'll listen to "Baby Got Back" all day long. You know what I'm saying? But like, God forbid, Dean Martin tries to get a girl to stay in his house a little longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's just it's the insanity of all of if you try to go break down every single lyric of every song, they're going to be creepy. There's actually one of my favorite comedians. What's his name? He does this thing where he looks at old songs and how creepy they are, and he's like, what's up with that Bruce Springsteen song where he's like, "Hey little girl, is your daddy home?" And it's just like, what the hell is with those lyrics?
Oh man, that's great.
Stuff that has flown under the radar for so long.
Exactly.
So Dave,
what are you drinking tonight, Andrew?
Wait, no, Rob, you're up next.
Yep.
No,
unless Andrew wants to make a cocktail.
I know it's a weird time for you.
Oh, I might I might just drink eggnog. I don't know.
How about
Do
some
it.
of that crema? How about some of that?
Yeah,
crema?
Here, you know what
you've been
you should
going
do?
crazy with the eggnog videos.
You know what you
eh?
should do with your
I
eggnog?
have. I really
Add
went to
cinnamon
town.
crossed.
That's the way to do it.
Clarified eggnog.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Are
I
you
was
guys-
really intrigued by that one. I got to try that.
Fantastic. It's so good.
I mean, the craziest. I've clarified quite a few cocktails, but the craziest one was the clarified, which would be kind of similar because it's got cream. It would be the clarified pina colada, and that was amazing. It was refreshing. It was light, but it still had all those flavors of a pina colada. It's
Really
so
quick,
I'm really intrigued by the eggnog.
Stefan is in the house. What's up, Steph?
Yeah, hey, Stefan. A
Did
mistress
you
for
use-
Christmas.
Did you
12
use milk or coconut milk?
No, I just clarified with the coconut milk. I just added. I don't even know what. I just added. I made a standard pina colada. I added a little more lime juice to start the curdling process and let it go. And then I didn't pour it into the coconut milk. I just made the drink, added the lime juice, let it curdle, and then filter it. And with the I filtered it a good 2 times, and then 3 coffee filters, and the result I made a video out of it, but like a very clear, crystal clear, but like slightly pale yellow liquid. I then stirred that over a big block of ice, and wow, it's really it's like if you were it wouldn't be my choice for like a beach drink. Then you go with the full pina colada,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But if you're in a lounge somewhere, you're doing like a nice night out lounge, but you're like, I feel like having tropical flavors, but I still want to drink like an old fashioned, like that is the perfect drink. It's so good.
No, it's really good. I have a question for everybody in our chat and watching the video. What is the most atrocious Christmas movie you've ever seen? There's been some pretty bad ones. One of the ones that comes top of my mind.
Anything by Hallmark.
all those ones, yeah.
But I know some people that really like Hallmark movies. Santa Slays, starring Goldberg, the WWF wrestler. It was a.
Dave, you said movies or songs?
Just watch all the way through.
Movies.
Dave, you said movies.
Movies, yeah.
Movies.
I would say last year's Disney's latest entry into the Home Alone franchise. It was called Home Sweet Home Alone. That movie me and my wife watched it. It was awful, but not only was it awful, it was a very strange choice for the writers because they made the robbers sympathetic and they made the kid a complete douchebag. So going like once everything starts to happen and he's booby trapped the house and the robbers are going in and they're getting annihilated. You feel you watch the original Home Alone and you laugh. It's hilarious, even though they're getting like murdered. Essentially, you're laughing. And this one here, you seriously feel bad for the robbers. And the kid is a complete prick. Like they really made him out to be a complete asshole, so you don't feel for him at all. You just want him to actually get caught.
They're also but they're really bad. And I saw one of the part 10 or whatever of Home Alone recently. My daughter was like, "Oh, can we watch this?" I'm like, "All right, fine." I said, "Honey, this looks really bad."
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
What's up?
Die Hard isn't a Christmas.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Yes, I agree 100%. It's a fantastic film. It is not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
Rob, you are not the authority on this.
Give me 1 second.
You were outvoted by everybody.
Well, see, Rob's had to run away because he's been put to the test now. Goodbye, Rob.
Yeah. He's afraid of the backlash.
I know it's a joke thing to say, but Christmas is actually integral to Die Hard. All the events happen specifically because of Christmas. So it is a Christmas movie because it's specifically, it wouldn't happen that way unless it was Christmas. Here we are being E-rated.
Good night.
Hey,
Little man saying bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Oh wait, Stefan has declared. He has made a declaration. Die Hard is not just a Christmas movie; it is the Christmas movie.
Thank you,
Rob. I dare you to argue with Stefan. You don't want that heat.
Christmas. The Christmas track. I think the song the chauffeur plays is called "Christmas in Hollis." It's Run DMC, I think.
Mhm.
The only way I can,
That's why I love Christmas in Hollis. That's awesome.
the only way I can respond to Die Hard is if Die Hard is the Christmas movie, then the second best Christmas movie is Batman Returns with Michael Keaton.
That's your second favorite.
Yeah, because it happens during Christmas, so it's just as much a Christmas movie as Die Hard is.
But no one's arguing.
Same with Iron Man 3, even though it's terrible.
Arguing. We're arguing with what's the best, not whether it is or not. Batman is a fantastic Christmas film, as is Gremlins.
As is Gremlins,
as
is Iron Man 3.
Exactly.
As is every single film that is Christmas adjacent.
Look, all right, so Alexandra says her favorite Christmas movie is Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever.
Yeah. That's funny, actually.
That's hysterical.
You know what? You know what's a great Christmas movie, and I'll probably take flack for this, but I stand by it. Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh,
I love Ernest.
What was that guy's name? He was great in there. I loved all his movies.
Jim Varney.
Yes.
All his stuff
every Christmas I watch Ernest Saves Christmas. Every Halloween I watch Ernest Scared Stupid. And
I just finished watching Ernest Saves Christmas. It was hysterical, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you know what? That Santa is, for me, is probably one of the best Santas.
He was great.
He was fantastic. I believed him to be Santa.
Totally, man.
He just encompasses what you think Santa should be, like a sweet old man who's just so nice and like.
And I like the way they kind of sold the idea of him too. Like that was pretty cool. Man. I like that. Yeah.
And he doesn't even you don't even see him in the suit the whole movie.
Never. Not once.
Buy that he's Santa.
Yeah.
But even the guy that ends up becoming Santa was good. Like a believable. Like he was conflicted, and then his good side came out. It was good, man.
It was good. It's a great film.
Yeah, we're dissecting Ernest Saves Christmas.
You know what? But who are the greatest Santas? An easy one is Kurt Russell when he played Santa or Saint Nick was fantastic as it, right?
I mean, Billy Bob, man. I mean, come on.
Billy Bob just played.
You gotta give it what's his name? Oh my God, Jurassic Park man. From the Miracle on 34th Street.
Yes,
the newer version.
The Miracle 34th Street Santa is the Santa.
Well, like the original or the new one, the newer one.
The original,
like the black and white film.
Yeah.
Like he is. I didn't really watch that one. I like the newer one with David Attenborough. Or no, is that his brother?
No.
Which one?
No, it wasn't.
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah.
Richard Attenborough is the actor. David Attenborough is the narrator.
He's the narrator. Yeah.
He's the voice of.
He'd be an awesome Santa, though.
He's the voice of Planet Earth.
I hear all the reindeer coming down the pipe.
Just like that, the reindeer land on yet another house.
The Alien Santa was pretty good too. I got to admit that's a good one, Jaffin.
Kurt Russell was actually really good. It was a different take. Like he was a younger, more energetic Santa. But Kurt Russell was. I really enjoyed that one. What was it called? It was the Netflix one. They made two. The second one wasn't as good, but the first one was really nice. A Christmas Story. Is that the one?
So Sean O'Halloran brings up
Christmas Chronicles. That was it. Christmas Chronicles.
I saw a Christmas Story. I kid you not, for the first time about 5 years ago. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. I may have seen it when I was very young.
You've never seen it?
I don't think I have. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why I never saw it.
That's what you need. You need a watch party.
Oh, but now I've seen it. Now I've watched it like 10 times. I mean,
Tim Allen. I like Tim Allen's Santa. I like the first Santa Claus. I watch that one. That's my favorite one. I watch it every year. The second one is not bad. The third one is garbage. The show has been entertaining. I don't think it's going to be an every year watch thing, but the show's been entertaining. But the first one's fantastic.
Hey, Eric, thanks for stopping by, brother. Have a Merry Christmas.
Have a good one, Eric.
Cheers.
So,
all right, are we doing
Rob, you're up,
number
Rob.
2? I'm up for number 2. All right.
Absolutely. Has Rob runs away again?
No, I just got to get some stuff from the fridge. All right.
Yeah, Christmas Story is amazing.
For those of you For those of you who were present during my live stream 2 days ago, thank you for stopping by, where I made my homemade Advocat right on camera. So it has deepened in color. Holy crap, look at that, eh? It's gotten a lot thicker, and it's ready to use. I was going to make a classic snowball, which is like the quintessential Advocat drink. However, I made that one at the end of the live stream on Wednesday. So I figured I'll do something different today. I'll make my second favorite cocktail with Advocat, which is the Christmas Velvet Alexander.
Sounds good. Hey, you made a snowball the previous year, by the way, just so you know.
I did. So good thing I'm not making it now. All right, so here we go. We're doing the nope, that's not it.
Yes. No.
Christmas Velvet Alexander. So it's a 3-ingredient drink. It's literally just equal parts Advocat, London Dry Gin, and a little bit of Fino Sherry. And then we grate some nutmeg on top. It's really good. So shaking cocktail. Let's get the jigger. Obviously, when you're using Advocat, you want, or any thick ingredient, because this stuff is really thick, pour it first, because you want the other ingredients to soak up all that good stuff. Look at that. It's like pudding. It's so thick.
It's very thick.
Yeah. You can there's no dairy in here. It's just eggs, sugar, and booze. If it's too thick, you can add a little bit of cream just to thin it out after the fact. It won't ruin the flavor or anything. Next up, we've got 1.5 ounces of London Dry Gin. I'm using Beefeater. And I made there's a few cocktails that mix gin and Advocat, and it works really well. It's a great, the two flavors really work together. And then we're going to do 3/4 ounce of Fino Sherry, like I said, using Tio Pepe for this one.
Hey, Andrew, you guys are in summer now, right?
Yes.
So you do
40
summer
degrees there the other day, wasn't it?
What's the weather over there?
Where I am in Melbourne, we've been dodging all the worst. There's been flood, there's been bushfires, there's been heat waves, and we've missed the worst of it. It's got to 30, mid-30 Celsius a couple of times. Sydney's been popping 40 plus Celsius, which is pretty intense. Our luck's not going to hold. Like January, February is probably going to be so hot here. But
so what's 40 in American?
Close to 100 Fahrenheit.
See, Andrew, I understood you there. They did, or me and David. Vino's the only one who didn't understand you.
I was like, 40 not that cold or that hot.
So 100 Fahrenheit on Christmas is pretty common.
Yep. No, absolutely.
That's crazy to think that.
Well, the good thing is all the big nasties scuttle away and hide during that kind of heat.
All the big nasties. Yeah. Ooh, look at that wash line.
Spiders, cane toads, the dingoes, the kangaroos, they all run away a little bit and hide.
All right, little nutmeg on top. It's very. I mean, this is kind of like an eggnog, but it's light. It's lighter because we're half with gin and the Advocat, and the sherry lightens it up a little bit as well. Here we go. The Christmas Velvet Alexander.
Nice.
That looks good.
Creamy, ginny. If I can call it that, like the gin. It's very nice. It is lighter eggnog.
Gin is not something I think I've had in a creamy cocktail. I can't think of one.
Yeah. It works though.
Rum and bourbon all the time, but gin,
remember,
right?
I made that cocktail a couple of years ago. It was the I don't think I made it since, but it was nice. It was the fluffy duck.
Yeah,
and it's another one with Advocat and gin, and there's also some orange. I think there's cream as well, and then there's like triple sec. So it's got like that orange creamsicle vibe going, but it works with the gin.
Yeah, I think it's because the botanicals and cream don't exactly. They're not a match made in heaven usually.
But it works.
Yeah.
All right, who's going next?
That'll be moi.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna make a Black Christmas. This is a rock and roll cocktail.
Yep.
I'm sure my buddy Matt would like this one.
While Vino's making this, everybody put your favorite rock Christmas song into the chat.
Ooh, rock Christmas song.
Yeah.
So 2 ounces
like
of
I
rye.
said, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, man. That's all it is. It's great.
I know what Stefan recommended one to me the other day. I forget what it was called. It was from AC/DC.
AC/DC is fantastic.
Oh, I love AC/DC. 1 ounce of.
They have a Christmas song?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a Christmas.
how do I not know that? I got like all the rock Christmas songs.
Mistress for Christmas? Come on.
Mistress for Christmas. There you go.
How do I not know that one? I gotta have to get that one.
Father Christmas? Jinx?
Yeah, it was pretty
I mean,
wicked.
Christmas All Over Again by Tom Petty.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an awesome one.
I love that one.
There's an Australian comedian who's famed for being potty mouthed, has a Christmas song about kids being angry at Santa. The title would push us straight into X-rated territory. So
That's okay. Say it anyways. We're past the 30 seconds.
Just say blank, 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 blank.
well, the song is literally called Santa Claus You Effing See.
That's very Australian.
That seems very personal.
Little kids' voices, because it's like a little brother and sister who are annoyed that Santa didn't get them what they want. So he sings it in his little kid voice. Santa Claus, you effing see. And he does not censor it. It's ridiculous. It's so
That's
funny.
definitely a very Australian thing.
That's very Australian.
I'm going to have to go look that up now just so I can hear the song.
Of course.
Kevin Bloody Wilson is the comedian.
Kevin Wilson? Let me see if I can have a pen, because I'll forget.
And yes,
Father Christmas,
an
the Kinks.
incredibly obvious disclaimer about anyone easily offended is really going
Chuck
to
Berry.
find a lot to be offended.
DM me the info, please, Andrew.
I will.
Black Christmas has all of my favorite things in it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it does. All right, so cheers, folks.
Yep.
Cheers. There's a nice rendition of Silent Night by Stevie Nicks.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic, guys. Ah, it's
She's
so
really
good.
tough. She did.
So good.
It does look good.
It's those black walnut bitters, man, because they add those really dope like maple notes.
Yeah.
It really brings this cocktail home in terms of like that holiday feel. Oh man, it's just good.
Yeah. Trevor's got a good one.
Delicious.
Thank God It's Christmas from Queen. Gotta love some Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah. Oh, Springsteen's "Merry Christmas, Baby" is fantastic.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's some
That's a
fantastic.
good one.
All I hear now is Bruce Springsteen is his "Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone?" Come on, it's
Oh,
creepy.
you are totally the wrong
Wait,
person.
Twisted Sister has an entire Christmas
Oh,
album.
really?
What?
Oh, yeah, they're
Ooh,
actually really good.
How do I not know this?
My favorite Twisted Sister song is from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, man. Oh, how's it go? Please tell me you guys remember. They were on the car singing it, and Pee-wee's like running through the Hollywood studios on his bike.
I'm not well versed in my Pee Wee Herman references. Sadly,
I love Pee-wee Herman, dude. He was my man. Pee-wee's Big Adventure and the Pee-wee's Playhouse. You didn't watch that?
it was around. I don't think I watched it.
You still watching Howdy Doody or something like that? What are you watching? I know in Canada, you guys are like a year behind us, something behind us, right?
A year.
No, we had the Teletubbies with the sun, with the crazy baby in the sun.
But maybe Trevor knows because he put Twisted Sister. What's the song that they sing in Pee-wee's Great Adventure? It's an awesome song. I don't think it was ever a single, but it's just really good.
I know the song you're talking about. I just can't picture it.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
so good.
Yeah,
So
good song.
the cocktail I'm making today is an orange creme brulee.
I want to try that one, actually. I'm going to try it after the show.
It does look good, eh?
So the only thing now this is for anybody that's egg conscious. This is a flip.
You're going to burn in hell. Wait. See no evil, don't you wait no. Oh, that song. That's it.
We had Mr. Dress Up.
Damn, I love Matt, dude. That guy was coming.
Hey, there's a
Pretty
documentary on him. He's pretty cool, actually.
There is, yeah.
Yes.
Who's this? Oh,
Isn't the
Mr. Dress Up. Mr. Dress Up.
He was Canada's sort of version of
Mr. Rogers. He actually worked for Mr. Rogers, and then he got his like start on Mr. Rogers, and then he was able to kind of start his own thing in Canada.
I love Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was my like. I loved him as a kid growing up.
Yeah. So Mr. Dress Up was Canada's Mr. Rogers.
I cried my eyeballs out when he died, man.
So this is an interesting one in the fact that it's a flip, which means you got to shake it properly to emulsify the egg all the way.
You don't do it Tony style?
Tony,
you should
where's
actually
Tony?
get the flip from Cocktail Tony.
Now, the one step I'm not doing because apparently I seem to have.
Is he still around?
When I moved,
he's chilling.
was my. I don't have a torch to be able
Hold on,
to.
Dave. Hold on, Dave. Before you go, what I missed it. What orange liqueur did you use?
Oh, did I not put the thing on the screen? Here, let's.
Oh, beautiful. That's what I was.
Sorry,
thinking.
Dave. I didn't put the screen up. There we go.
Okay, so
No, that's mine.
Yeah, I saw that recipe. I saw that recipe and immediately said.
There we go. So we had some orange liqueur, some heavy cream, some cinnamon, and a whole egg.
yeah,
And
so
why is there chemical?
cinnamon syrup? Okay,
There was no chemical cacao, was there?
No, you made that mistake.
I may have fucked that up.
no, my recipe did not have creme de cacao.
Okay.
I can't
so X
imagine
that
any
out.
other. I can't imagine any other orange liqueur would be better than Grand Marnier in this.
Yeah, it's got to be Grand Marnier for that one for sure.
So, you could, and you're going to garnish this with a little bit of fresh bartender's cocaine, aka nutmeg. But the way I prefer to finish this,
I'm about to do a line myself here.
the way I would prefer to
So instead of a shot, do you guys want to do a nutmeg line?
Here's a line of nutmeg. That'll get you messed up.
Oh God,
So-
can you imagine? That would hurt the sinus of this guy.
ideally, to give you that crispness that you would get from a creme brulee, you would cut an orange in half, throw some sugar on it, and use your little torch. You'd heat it up till it caramelizes, and then you peel that off and set that on top. Unfortunately,
Nice.
I don't have my torch, which is one of those things I can't find since I moved my bar.
What do you do? What do you burn it on?
Use on the orange. So you put some sugar directly, some raw sugar or brown sugar directly on top of the orange, so it absorbs the orange flavors. Then you caramelize it till it hardens. So and
you're able to peel it off.
Yeah, and it peels off, and then you have yourself sort of a
Creme brulee top. That's awesome.
And you just pop it and break it directly into your drink.
Oh, that
sounds really cool. That's a nice little. I'm so on a slice of orange.
No, you just half an orange, right?
Oh, half an orange. Okay, half an orange. Yeah.
And it's just gonna draw some of those flavors.
Okay, that sounds really cool. I gotta try that.
Just to get a little bit of that smokiness, though, I would have probably just put a little scotch over it or something, or some mezcal, a little atomizer.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. It's a flip. It's a whole egg, so it's got that creamy mouth feel.
Flips are great.
It's not overly thick. It's nice. It's kind of just shy of being a medium level of thickness. You get those flavors from the nutmeg right away. And the Grand Marnier comes through loud and proud. It's not hidden in the depths, and you actually want to taste the orange from the brandy base liqueur that it is, because it's absolutely fantastic for this. And I used a homemade.
Good night, Jacqueline. Thank you for stopping by. Merry Christmas to you as well from the crew here.
Oh. See you later.
Hey, Rob, Dave, that sounds really good, man. I really want to try that.
I want everybody's feedback. It's just it's one of those things. This is kind of one of those drinks that just makes you want to go, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I don't do flips too often. I actually made a flip today. It's supposed to be a coquito riff, but honestly, it's a flip. Whatever.
It looked really good. I watched the video. It looked awesome.
I really enjoyed it, but she called it a coquito flip. It's not.
I think the only coquito thing in there is the coconut. Is the fact that it's coconut.
And honestly, that doesn't even come through very much. And
it won't. That'll be just light highlight.
After everything else is made, it'll be pretty toned down.
Texture of the cocktail, which is cool.
Yep.
But it's again, I enjoyed the cocktail, but it wasn't, to me, it was a flip. But I thought it was cool that she made it. Obviously, I appreciate the shout out to the coquito.
No, absolutely.
Matter of fact, Rob Balaz, who's going to Puerto Rico, and he says here that he likes flips. You might want to try that cocktail out, brother.
It looked really good.
Yeah, you might just have to get the Brolio is a bit of a bitch to find. So, I would use any really.
Yeah, you said it has like piney notes. I'm really curious to try that.
Yeah, there's other Amaros that have some piney notes, like Maletti has it. You can get it. But honestly, I would dare to try any Verna with it, and even with the sherry, just something on the sweeter end would help.
I've got this. So I mean, I don't have access to a lot of sherry here. I get the Fino sherry, which is used in a lot of cocktails. The Amontillado is nice for a slightly sweeter. It's still quite dry, but it's slightly sweeter. Yeah. That one actually is nice for drinking straight. I like the Amontillado sipping. I recently found a Pedro Jimenez sherry. It's freaking syrup. Yeah, I don't know. People drink this shit. It's just like sipping on syrup. It's so sweet.
So the Oloroso, which is what you use for this cocktail that I made today, it's like it's like perfectly balanced. Kind of dry, sweet. It's perfectly balanced.
I'll keep the Pedro Jimenez for cocktails,
I would
but
use the Fino for this cocktail.
Fino's very dry. It's probably on the driest of the end, but that Pedro is. People drink that like it's like a dessert wine or a port, but holy crap, it's like sipping on Demerara syrup. Like it's so fucking sweet.
I would actually prefer a port to that.
Yeah, I said, to me, if a night port to me is too sweet. But like an Amontillado, that one's nice because it's got the right amount of sweet.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Amontillado is a nice. I like sipping on that one. It's dry, but it has a hint of sweetness, but it's got good flavors. But anything sweeter than that, that's the one I got. Yeah, that's the
Oloroso that I have is really good too.
I'm still hunting for Oloroso, but Pedro is too much.
The problem with sherry is it does have a shelf life once you open it. So like now I'm looking for Oloroso recipes. So I could bang out a bunch of shorts with it. You know what I mean?
You can stretch it though. I mean, a lot of people the purists will tell you, like a month in the fridge, and then you toss it. Like fuck, don't forget, you can keep it for more than that.
Don't forget. So I have I come from wine background.
Yeah, wine background.
I have a sommelier thing. So for me, like those nuances is so like I cannot taste them.
You like wine.
I kept a port in the fridge for like 2 years and kept using it.
Here's an interesting question.
In cocktails, it's cool.
Yeah.
If you're
I would drink it straight. Yeah, straight up. I wouldn't serve it straight to a guest, but I'll use it in a cocktail. No problem.
Dave, what were you saying, Dave?
Now, if you're drinking wine straight, and I'm not the biggest wine person in the world. In fact, my first attempts with wine were not pleasant. Having said that, is it true, and this is where I want everybody's input here, that most people can't tell the difference between good red wine and bad red wine? And when I say good red wine, I mean something expensive, high end.
Most people. I have my certification, and I can tell you most people do not know the difference.
Okay, but what's your definition of good? Are you talking about like between a wine that has gone bad, or simply an expensive and cheap?
Because quality. He needs quality.
Yeah, because so much of that is subjective. Taste is subjective. So much of that is subjective. I mean,
that's why it's so difficult.
Yeah. So you
have to remember something. A lot of times, these like really a high-end wine, like something like let's just say a Bordeaux or a Barolo, which are really big, expensive wines. If someone drinks that and doesn't really understand what they're tasting, it's gonna confuse them. They're not gonna really dig it. It also needs to be set out for a bit so that I can kind of like get some aeration and stuff like that. So it really opens up. So that's why we have an Australian on the set. That's why Yellowtail was so big, because it was young and juicy and fruity, and Americans and people around the world that don't really drink wine, they love that. Matter of fact, Yellowtail, their goal was to become the Pepsi or the Coca-Cola of wine. That was literally what they said was their plan. And they became the Coca-Cola of fucking wine because it's so approachable.
My mom drinks nothing but Australian Shiraz.
Because it's super, super easy to drink. But if you want to like get crazy and technical, I can do that with you. But like the higher end stuff, the bigger, bolder wines are really difficult for the palate to kind of like process at first.
Well, it's the same with.
But once you do, bro, it's like woo, fuck.
It's the same with like things like Scotch, right? It's so 100%. Subjective. People that go for they're like, oh, they drink an expensive Scotch and they're like, oh, it's so smooth. It's smooth. And that's the one thing they always say, smooth. And in my head, I'm like, smooth means it doesn't taste like anything.
But Rob, it's only subjective if you don't understand it. Remember, so like once you get to a point where you really understand the nuances of the spirit, then you're like picking up notes, and that changes everything. It really does. You don't pick those up at first. You just don't.
Yeah.
Who was it? I think it was Daniel from the Whiskey Tribe. He was describing being a sommelier. And he said the best way to learn was to go out and just try and taste things and smell things. Yeah. And learn those flavors so that when you actually are drinking something, whether it's whiskey, whether it's wine, whether it's vodka, not vodka. Well, that's a decision. I say that
just
because
taste your spit. Make sure you know what you spit.
If you consider yourself a vodka sommelier, it's like get out.
Having said that, though, you'll start to recognize some of those flavors only because you're used to it, or until, as Vino says, well, hey, doesn't this taste like? And then you're like,
yeah. Well,
what I love about those guys too, the Whiskey Tribe guys, what I love about them is when they do their tasting notes, they say what comes to mind. And too many of like the snobby kinds will like they'll taste a whiskey and they're like oak, caramel, and butterscotch. Like they'll just say the quintessential things you think about.
I think the whiskey guys don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. But then you got like Daniel and Rex from Whiskey Tribe. They're drinking this whiskey and they're like, I'm getting Big Mac.
So do you guys ever hear of Gary Vaynerchuk? He's kind of like a big I
love Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah,
he's a big motivational talker.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Started though.
Wine. He was in the wine.
I watched him back in the days before he became the big motivational guy. He used to review wines in his dad's wine shop, and that's what he would do. He's like, "Oh, this tastes like a Big Mac or a Snickers bar," and like that shit registered with people so hardcore, man. Like he grew up in the wine world from that, and a lot of people in the wine business were pissed at him. Like, oh, he's like making wine, he's cheapening wine and stuff like that, but. Really what he did was he helped make his dad's business into $1 million business, and wine just became more of a pop sensation versus being a very kind of like high-end.
Honestly, the thing that got me into tasting, into trying to figure out tasting notes in whiskeys or Scotch specifically was you grab any Glenlivet any Speyside Scotch, but specifically Glenlivet, and you prime your mind to think green apple Jolly Rancher. And when you taste a Glenlivet or any other Speyside Scotch and you have that flavor, that green apple Jolly Rancher in mind, you will taste it. You will and then it's like wow. And it brings back that like memory of like having those candies. From that point on, you can kind of like that's what it's all about. It's pinpointing those emotional responses to flavor notes.
Oh, wait a second. So wait, I don't watch them anymore for no particular reason other than I don't have enough time. But the Whiskey Tribe guys broke up.
What happened? What happened is it was a legal thing. They run essentially a university, and it's a non-profit. And being on the Whiskey Tribe, which is a commercial venture, could be seen to breach the non-profit of the university. So they just go, well, okay, you're the actual what do you call the person?
So Daniel runs the university, Rex runs the tribe.
Daniel's chancellor of the university, and
so they're still cool.
No, they're still
taxation. Right? Oh, and that I forget her name, but that girl they hired, she's hilarious in the videos.
She's good. She's good.
My favorite videos of theirs is when they do TikTok cocktails. They review them, and she's a bartender, but she's totally new to this, so she tries to make it, and she fucks it up so badly every time. It's so funny, and she's such a great. Hiring her was like their best. She's such a great YouTube personality. It's fantastic.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, she's good.
Most recent one, she shook something with soda.
No way! What?
Ow!
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. And being someone who being in mixology, sometimes I watch the videos and I see her make those critical mistakes like that, and it's like, oh no, don't do that. It's just so much fun to watch.
That's part of the fun. And
Absolutely.
like me trying to actually garnish something successfully half the time.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of, all right, so guys, everybody in the chat, what is the first cocktail channel that you subscribe to? Like, which is the one that kind of started you on the path of watching cocktail channels? Who was it? For me, it was Bruce from
Bruce.
from oh my god, I just call him Bruce. I even forgot his channel name because I used to call him Bruce.
Bartok.
Bar Talk, yes, Bruce from Bar Talk. I mean,
for me, it's got to be a Modern Rogue, but it was specifically the cocktail episodes with their guy Trevor.
Oh, okay, no,
and they're the ones who introduced me to and they're the ones who introduced me to Whiskey Tribe, because they did an episode on whiskey, and they had Daniel come and introduce whiskey to them.
That's how I found Whiskey Tribe as well, through Modern Rogue.
The first cocktail channel I ever watched, and I agree with Stefan on that, is
Common Man
and Cocktails, because he's been doing it for 11 years and he's put out like 3 million.
I gotta give it to Derek, man. Like those guys, like I don't watch the channel, but they've been in it for a long.
They've been for a long time, yeah.
And he's kept current. He's fun. In fact, and I actually got into my channel because of him, because I was flirting with the idea and I didn't know. And Derek released a video just talking about, this is what I've got for my equipment. Cool. This is what I've got for my equipment. And he just talks about his equipment. He talks about how easy it is to actually get started in YouTube, whether you're doing cocktails or doing anything else.
Here's the teacher's pet.
No, but it's not the teacher's pet. I love small screen drinks as well. Those two guys
you leave Matt alone, damn it.
And unfortunately,
small screen drinks. He had some good videos. I remember watching a bunch of his as well.
They've kind of once COVID happened, I guess they wound up taking a break, and life moves on, right? Unfortunately, so
it was also for me. There was once, so I like the Modern Rogue, the Trevor episodes,
and Barfly,
and then there was Howcast.
Oh yes, I remember those.
He was good. I liked Howcast.
It was what was the guy's name?
I will say I'm really happy no one said what's the bartender guy? What's his name?
Mason.
Bartender.
Jelena?
Janae.
That's Sky. I'm glad no one said Sky.
Oh, you know what?
How to make an old fashioned from Janae.
When he first started, he did regular cocktails. Now and then he found speed with the younger crowd and doing things a bit more extravagant.
I think he followed his audience, and I don't think he likes to make those cocktails, but it's what his audience wants. Because I still remember he like a video he made like 7-8 years ago. He made like the top. He called it like the top 5 gin cocktails, and he made a few of like the more like gin and tonic, but he made the Negroni, and he was tasting them there was a girl, because he always had the girls on camera with him, and he was tasting with a girl, and the girl tasted the Negroni. She was like, and then he's like, I kind of like this one actually. So I do think that he does like the classic cocktails, but his audience is the frat boy university get drunk people.
Yeah, but you reap what you sow, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You really reap what you sow on YouTube.
I mean, it was evident to me. I sent you a screenshot of that video. He literally blended vodka with like a slice of cake.
Yeah.
He does entire cakes.
Yeah, but there's
just the most ridiculous shit ever.
There's some interesting things though when you think about it. Though you think about the people that started like early in YouTube and have managed to keep going through the entire process. People that have come in that are new, and there's new people coming in and doing this like every other month, literally.
Of course, yeah.
And we're all doing their unique thing, their unique spice. Some of it's kind of the same because how hard is it to pour a drink and in some cases and make a drink, but how do they explain it? Anders explains cocktails fantastic. Right?
On this thing.
He really does, and he's right into that nitty gritty of the history of that. Steve, man, that fantastic smile, Leandro and all of it, right? These and who was it? Cocktail Chemistry, Nick, of course, tried doing interesting things all the time or something completely different that you wouldn't think of. Then you look at Kevin, who takes a unique ingredient and says, how can we make this unique ingredient do something different, right? Whereas, I try and be a cocktail for everybody, which is a little harder because that means I'm all over the place with my cocktail. Rob has got some interesting stuff, including his multiple orange liqueur, kind of find out which one is the best for a margarita. And Vino now gives sage advice. You know what I mean? And Andrew, I remember Andrew's first few videos were up here, and then
we used to call that. We used to do our videos back when I was like sitting in my old house in the desk. I used to call it Andrew pour. And I'd pour up here.
Yeah, we used to call it the Andrew pour. If you went high like this, it was the Andrew pour.
But everybody's evolved a little bit, which is fantastic, right? And
you have to, yeah.
If you want to,
I gotta tell you though, me and Rob, we talk about it sometimes. Like the amount of channels that have come and gone is it's a lot. I mean, it is a lot.
With the exception of Dave, I think we all started during COVID. It was basically just a hobby. And yeah, there was a lot of people every year. There was some that come up, some that
just off the top of the head, like Anne.
Yeah.
What was it? What's his? Shoot, I'm blanking. God, our buddy, funny guy. Peter. Peter's another one.
Yeah.
And was it a Cocktail Andrew or Cocktail Andy?
Oh, no, Cocktail Andy.
Caribbean Andy.
Caribbean Andy.
He was funny.
So you know, Stefan is correct. I am the channel of blue.
Yeah.
That was your identity for some time. I mean, I don't think it's
how much shit can you make with the? You should have like a blue Curacao sponsorship.
Dave had two identities. One was the blue stuff, and then the other one was the egg yolk.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
I don't have any 151, so I can't do egg yolk toss back.
I did that one time as an homage to you, and holy fuck, that was gross.
I would say Andrew's was for a really long time the clarification.
Yep.
And the pissing on vodka.
Oh yeah, pissing on vodka. That's
which
right.
I like. That's you got to continue that series. That's a fun series.
Now, what I'd love to do if I had the time to do it, I'd like to try a year straight of cocktails. But there's so much work involved.
What?
I'd like to try a year straight of cocktails. I know Steve tried that when he first started.
Yeah. Did he actually do it?
I don't know if he made the full year. I think he
like a video every year?
Cocktail a day.
Every day. When he first started, he tried a daily cocktail vlog.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think that's what kind of like got him over.
That's how it got started, yeah.
It was just like, but the sheer amount of work involved with that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you gotta have shit editing for that to work, and look, Steve's editing back in the days wasn't great. It was literally him making a cocktail.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do anything with graphics and shit and transitions, you can't do a cocktail day.
Yeah.
No.
265 because I think he got tired.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to laugh, look up a video of Leandro's from about 5 years ago.
Leandro's early videos are horrific.
He had some sort of throat issue too. Like
talking like this.
He wasn't. He had no personality. He really
zero personality.
He really sprouted a personality.
It's actually he had personality. He was working on technique, right? He wanted to show technique. He had a throat issue for a while, and but you know what? He's one of my favorite guys.
He's fantastic now.
Like old videos are funny.
Well, videos are fun. And he just comes up and he looks at you like he's bored, and it looks like he's on occasion he's just come right off a double shift, and you're like, okay, we're gonna make
the channel was just called Drink. So a lot of his early stuff, he just like,
really was it? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he was like, "Welcome to Drink. Today we're gonna make this."
It was
but even he
coming
knows.
To a bar and just going, "I'll make you a cocktail."
No, his channel is a completely different channel now. It's also the banter between him and Marius that's really good.
Him and when they started giving when he gave Marius a microphone and let him comment on stuff, that really helped a lot.
Yeah, it totally helped. It's nice when you have that second person. It's like Anders and Oz. Like when his wife or his girlfriend comes on, it adds a whole new kind of dimension to the show. And Anders is already super like magnetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then his wife comes on and she's like, you know, this pretty girl. She's funny and she's got this great personality. You know, they're just a nice looking couple. They got a great personality, and the cinematography is amazing. That's a pretty perfect channel.
He's pure YouTube. Anders is
He is
like
perfect.
perfect
Perfect YouTube channel. Perfect YouTube channel. Not surprised that they blew up the way they did. And it's same goes for Kevin. What Kevin's doing over on Cocktail Time is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable. That's like super high grade shit what they're doing.
Yeah.
Super high grade.
Hey, I'm gonna go get my aged eggnog and see if I can find a Santa hat.
Go for it. Nice.
Right, are we on
so you
to
do that,
cocktail
and
3?
I think Dave is your turn, right? Or my turn? Whose turn is it?
No, I think it's mine again. Ah, it's mine again. All right.
Hey Vito,
It's yours.
did you put together by any chance any trivia for us?
Oh yeah, just do that.
I miss our trivia chat. Come on. Are you,
Well, I did personal trivia first.
I'll give you personal trivia.
Like, you know, I was asking people their favorite movie, their favorite, you know, this, that, and the third.
That's his way of saying no, he didn't.
No, it's okay, because you know what? Really, it's now it becomes. You know what, Nicholas? Go for it. Start a channel. You too, Iceman. Start
Do
a
it.
channel. You know what? Have some fun with it, and just do something that you want to do. Right?
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
Dave. You make a good point. The thing I recommend for anyone that wants to start a channel, if you're not doing it for fun, don't do it because it's very it's time consuming.
It's not fun.
It's difficult, and this niche is very difficult to blow up on.
Yeah,
Like,
if you just want to be a
Anders and
YouTuber,
Steve,
like
these guys are an exception. They're not the rule.
if you just want to be a content creator, just go dance on TikTok.
Yeah, seriously, like this is a tough ass. YouTube is tough. It's difficult.
It is.
You
All
think
right.
you think you have what it takes, and then you realize that it's not that easy. It's a lot more than that.
Okay, next up, I'm going to be making a mulled Negroni. This is a recipe I found on Differ's Guide, although I'm altering it slightly. But essentially, we're making a
He
standard.
likes his stuff on the sweeter end.
Yeah. Essentially, we're making a standard Negroni, and then we're adding a few ingredients to make it to add that spicy mulled wine thing. So here we go. We're going to start by making a Negroni. So we're doing an ounce of gin.
Okay.
Where's my...
Now Rob's favorite component, the Campari.
That's Dave. That's Andrew's favorite component.
Yeah, Andrew.
I thought that was vodka.
Well, both.
No, both Campari. He loves hey, Dave. What's the Campari and vodka cocktail?
I like Campari.
Oh.
Campari and vodka. There's a name for it.
Campari vodka. Really? That's a thing.
Oh, there's a name for it. I
It's
can't
a name.
remember what
It's
it
a
is.
thing. It's a thing.
I can't remember.
We're gonna do a half ounce of red wine. I'm using a Malbec, just because that's what I got.
Your flavors here are interesting at the moment
Indeed.
because the red
Half ounce
wine
of falernum, and you know we're using the Rob's Home Bar falernum.
and Jean-Felix from Truffles on the Rock, he does his own liqueurs as well, right? So
Yeah, he just made his own chartreuses.
he did. Yeah.
That's pretty epic.
He's encroaching on my territory.
He's another one that has really beautiful cinematography.
He does. Got to give that to him for sure.
Yeah.
Quarter ounce of cherry brandy. This is another homemade liqueur.
And from what I understand, he does it by himself. I thought he had a partner, but he's
thought
doing
his
that by
wife helped.
himself.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty epic.
He started his channel. He was doing food as well, but I think
He was doing both at first. Yeah.
I think he decided to stick primarily to the cocktails.
Yeah.
Well, food is a hard channel
Bar
too.
spoon.
Right?
The last ingredient: bar spoon of allspice.
Well, the food niche is oversaturated. That's the problem.
It really is. All right, so that's it for the ingredients, and I will get some ice in here.
You know who makes really seasoning from rhubarb and cod. I mean, their videos are amazing, man.
Are they still making content?
Yeah, they're still
Yeah,
doing
they
it.
still do, but they're like hard body food. They've got like a deal with like the Canadian Food Channel and stuff like that. They're
Nice.
killing it, man.
Well, this stuff is really good.
Oh my God, beautiful stuff. I tell you, the one who had so much potential to get so big and she kind of tailed off was Wee Pearl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who?
Wee Pearl. She was Megan. She was amazing.
Her subs recently passed mine. So and she's not releasing much videos lately. So
oh no.
Yeah, she's definitely getting a lot of views from her.
Yeah, well, she's got some amazing content, dude.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. No, she's quite.
Yeah, and I met her during the summer. She's just the nicest gal.
Yeah,
I can see that for sure. All right, here we go. The mulled Negroni going into a glass with some fresh ice.
It looks nice, Rob.
Nice and red. The red. I mean, it's already red from the Campari, but the red wine is adding an extra layer of nice redness.
Now, I am really curious about that one because of the combination of flavors there: wine, the Campari, the gin. The allspice strain that makes me really curious to see how that'll blend in.
There's some nice citrus peels in there. I'm just going to cut this here like Vino says. Don't want a hobo peel.
What's wrong with a hobo peel?
That's right. Show some class.
Vino says no hobo peel, so that's what we're doing.
Hey,
here we go.
Just put it on top and rub the edge of your glass?
I did. You didn't see that. I spritzed it.
No,
all right, here we go. Here's the mulled Negroni. And I didn't peel off my finger this time.
Oof.
Oh my God, that was some nasty stuff, man.
It was pretty bad. This is really nice. It starts off like a standard Negroni. Really, like as you're sipping it, it's just Negroni, normal Negroni, and then all those extra spices, the red wine, kind of like the red wine, the cherry, and then the allspice, like those falernum give that little extra spice. All those like baking spices and red wine notes and fruity notes on the back end. This is it's really like take mulled wine and a Negroni and blend them together. This is really nice.
How does the bitterness factor in from the Campari? Because normally in a Negroni, the bitterness is right there. It's
still fairly bitter. The red, definitely the falernum, the red wine are adding some sweetness, but the Campari bitterness is still pretty on point, but it'll be slightly sweeter. But no, this is really enjoyable. I think this will make my list of standard Christmas cocktails. This is really good.
No, that's
good. All right, so to everybody in the chat, I got a trivia question for you guys.
Very nice.
Name all of the ghosts that come to visit Ebenezer Scrooge. Okay, guys, in the chat. Name all the ghosts that come to visit Ebenezer Scrooge.
We've got.
No, you're not.
There's the Headless Horseman. And
Freddy Krueger.
Those are the Ghosts.
Jason. Michael Myers.
There's the snake-puffed man from Ghostbusters. He comes in.
Slimer.
Yeah, Gozer. Gozer the Gozerian.
And I think in Australia, Crocodile Dundee came.
That's
not a Grinch. This is a Grinch.
So we know.
Andrew, what do you got there, brother? What do you said you were going to get something?
I was my two aged eggnogs. One I aged in a bottle, and one I aged in a barrel. And it's interesting. The barrel adds some more intense flavors to it.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, Okie in the chat.
What's wrong with the chat?
I don't think I'd age in a barrel longer than 3 months, but I'm definitely doing 1 year in a bottle for next Christmas.
So wait, Andrew, tell me why you say that. Did it impart too much flavor into the barrel?
Yeah, I think it's the barrel char, but there's an almost tobacco flavor is starting to come into it.
Can I ask you something? Did you age anything else yet, or was it a fresh barrel?
This is no. That barrel had spirits and cocktails and
I'm surprised it's still imparting that much flavor.
yeah. But it's just
So Vino, to recap, the three ghosts that visit Scrooge are Casper.
It's four ghosts. It's four.
Well, yeah. There's Casper, Slimer, and Patrick Swayze.
Yes. Patrick Swayze is the one who really turns things around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he starts that dance.
He's the one that shows him Tiny Tim at the end.
And I love the scene where Patrick Swayze and Scrooge are doing the pottery together.
Yeah. And then they dance because no one puts baby in a corner.
No one puts Ebenezer in the corner.
No one puts Ebenezer in the corner.
I think there's a movie in that. I think there's
a movie.
There's totally a movie in that. There's so look,
and you know that Scrooge has to be Scrooge/Baby has to be played by Patrick Stewart.
Oh man, it's incredible. Rob, you got to stop already with this shit, man. Every live, you talk about how Patrick Stewart has to play something.
But because he does.
Every live, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, come on, bro. We get it. You like Star Trek. We get it.
No, I don't just like Star Trek. I just love Patrick Stewart. He's fantastic.
He was really good in
no, Patrick Stewart is pretty epic, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I have to admit, I did laugh a bit in that Picard series when it was obvious they were using a stuntman every time he had to run, and I was like, "Yeah, I feel that, mate." They say like, "Okay, now Patrick, now we want you to just run for 100 meters." And it's like, oh, could someone else do that? I don't want to run.
Hey, he's not young anymore.
No.
I have never.
Excuse.
I have never seen one episode or one movie of Star Trek.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I have nothing against Star Trek. Trekkies, I'm sure, have a very legit reason for being Trekkies. I just never did.
You don't know what you're missing.
No, I think we have to do it. We have to do it.
Do what? Oh yeah! Oh shit! That's right. We almost lost our sponsorship.
Smith and Cross, please sponsor this live stream.
Smith and Cross.
Oof. I'm actually due to get.
Want to be proud supporter of the drinking.
There's not much.
Smith and Cross, the unofficial sponsor, soon to be official sponsor of Drinking Buddies.
What are the holidays without
Smith
and Cross? It isn't Christmas without Smith and Cross.
It's not Christmas without Smith and Cross. What did Ebenezer Scrooge drink on Christmas Day? Well, Smith and Cross, of course.
All right, Vino, make your.
So I'm going to make mine now. I'm going to make something.
Oh, Vino's frozen. Okay.
Uh-oh.
He's just concentrating.
Uh-oh. Do we lose Vino for sure? Oh, no.
Yeah, I think we.
No.
He's back
better now.
You were really good at holding
the whole drink. Did we miss the whole drink?
Yeah.
Brandon,
right.
It'll depend on where you are.
Rob, put mine up.
I couldn't get it where I was.
Which one is? Oh, sorry.
And then he handed me a bill for a whole bunch of stuff.
His wish, right?
So,
oh my God, Vino. When I was making this card, I didn't notice till I finished it. I totally wrote Satan's wish. I felt like leaving it.
I guess it depends who you ask, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
my next Halloween cocktail.
1 ounce. Yeah, there you go, Dave. Just do a little riff on this one. 1 ounce of Oloroso.
Yeah. Oloroso.
1 ounce of dry vermouth.
Now there's an ingredient that I
how much is a Smith and Cross? It's surprisingly not expensive. Obviously, it depends where you are.
Man, it's so affordable, man.
I mean, in Ontario, Canada, where things are expensive, it's only like $36, $38.
Yeah, it's the best rum deal you're gonna find.
It's the one bottle that I would actually. It's the one bottle of liquor that I would say is underpriced.
Yes,
most
100%.
bottles are like it's good, but like bullshit. It should cost that much, but this one is actually underpriced. It's for what it is. It's a steal.
No, it's absolutely, and I don't want them to know that because it's too good.
Darn it, I can't get Malort up here.
One of the marketing exec for Smith & Cross is watching right now, and next week it's going to be like $72.
I know. We just screwed ourselves, Rob.
Yeah.
No, but it is surprisingly affordable for a good whiskey. A good whiskey. It's a rum, actually. It's a
for a
Jamaican
good
rum,
rum.
not still, and it's actually 57% ABV, so it's actually got a little bit more of that kick to it, but the flavors come through because of a Jamaican-style rum. You get that banana funk that's typical of those rum styles, right? So,
Okay,
Dave,
so Rob says,
Dave, to your point, if you're a whiskey drinker, you're gonna like Smith & Cross.
yeah,
it's true. Oh, it's the Isla of rum. That's the way I look at it.
No.
Okay. Rob says, well, it's not because it's smoky, but because it's punchy.
Smokiness turns people off, man.
Nah, yeah, but so does funkiness, though.
Yeah, I guess. Only snowflakes.
Oh, true, but a lot of people take Smith & Cross and they're like, oh my God, it's too much.
I don't know.
Many people are used to a 40% ABV rum, right? So it's those rums are generally a little bit sweeter or drier.
Still worth it, Rob. Still worth it. 47, still worth it.
Don't have that as much of that ethanol bite. But when you look at, say, Smith & Cross or Ray and Nephew, you get a little bit more, both of which are Jamaican rums, by the way. Both of them are overproof, and this is, I believe, 63%, or at least the bottle I have is. You're going to get a little bit more of that kick that kind of gives you that to the top of your mouth with a high overproof spirit, where you get that ethanol kind of hitting up the top of your mouth, right?
Mm-hmm. So Vino, Rob has a good point here.
Delicious.
The Santa's Wish. Change it to Satan's Wish. I would replace the dry vermouth with Malort.
That would be a good flip. I gotta tell you, this is very nice. Super. Obviously, CBV cocktail. Really nice drinking, man. Wow.
That sounds good. That's for sure.
That sounds good. So
that is a very pretty cocktail. I love pretty cocktails, and this is one of those pretty cocktails.
I'm just thinking about rum prices. Like, you're saying Smith & Cross is really affordable where you are. What's a good rum that's a bit more expensive but not outlandish? I'm just trying to do a comparison with local prices.
El Dorado 15 is good.
Which one?
Anything that's
15.
Yeah.
I would say 12.
Even 12 is pretty expensive. Yeah.
12 is
they're
fantastic.
a little bit more expensive. They're good. The Diplomatico
12
is
not
good.
bad here. 12 is like 40.
But
$40.
Diplomatico is cheap for me.
Yeah.
Diplomatico is maybe $25.
How much is 12 here? I want to look that up.
So
But 12 is roughly $60, maybe $50-$60.
Okay, so for a laugh, El Dorado 12 is cheaper than Smith & Cross where I am.
It might be
Really?
here. Well, it's 54 here.
Yeah.
54.
Well,
How much
Rob,
is it for you?
I can tell you, Andrew. So here's the deal. So Smith & Cross, the juice comes from Jamaica, but it's actually all produced out in England. But I think that's why it's cheaper for you guys, because you don't have to. They're not paying those import prices probably.
Lamb's rum is the same thing, right? This is actually Lamb's.
That's produced in Canada, isn't it?
It is now. It never used to be. It's now distilled in Canada, which is interesting because you don't know that. It actually was in the Toronto area at one time. I'm not sure where it is now.
Yeah,
so
Iceman, you're right, Iceman. I'm thinking of the 15. The 12 is on the $40. The 15 is about $50.
So depending on where in the world you are, some of your prices are going to be up or down depending on.
We also have to maintain that we're speaking different with different currencies here. We have Canadian dollar, US dollar, and dollar dues. So
the dollar dues, it's expensive because of the massive amount of tax on alcohol here, and also how expensive it is to ship bottles here. But I just looked it up. El Dorado 12 and Diplomatico are both cheaper than Smith & Cross is here.
Wow. And what is the Australian dollar?
I bet you it's because I don't know, why would that be?
It's slightly higher.
The Australian tax is based on the alcohol content. So the higher the alcohol content,
no way.
the higher the tax. Yeah.
Okay,
So
that
like
makes sense.
overproof shit will be more expensive. That's weird. That's
Yeah.
So
annoying.
what's Everclear cost? There, fucking $5,000.
It's actually extremely well. We don't get Everclear, but you get that Polish rectified spirit.
Gdanska. It's Gdanska. It's Gdanska. Yeah. So that's we can get that in Ontario or in Canada. Last time I checked.
Is that vodka that's like 90 or something percent?
75%.
That was higher. Yeah, I've had that. It's good.
No, spirit is
Well,
90.
it's not good. I used it for liqueurs.
Oh, Rob has said Ron Centenario from Costa Rica, a 25-year-old rum. Now, I've never had any of that rum, so I
Oh wow,
can't.
I've never had that before. That sounds amazing.
It does sound really good. And by the way, thank you, Farah. But that's actually really interesting. So here's something I would like to.
The Splintered Brush Studios. So.
Oh, that's my buddy.
David,
Mine's my buddy Jason. Hey, Jason, how's it going?
No, but David, the guy you're talking about is Splintered Brush Studio. The guy that mentioned the Costa Rican rum.
Splintered Brush, yes.
Yeah. So when I was in Costa Rica, I don't know if this guy's from Costa Rica or not, but when I was in Costa Rica,
No, he's my buddy. He's from Ottawa. He's.
Oh, okay. I don't know if he's been there. Then I'm assuming they have this thing called oh man, what's it called? It's like this Costa Rican rum that you drink with hot sauce, and you just take shots of this. They're just shots.
You know what? That's interesting because the hot sauce
sounds a little fucked up.
They're opening everything up.
No, it's called Chiniguayo, and you drink it the entire time you're there, man. I mean, I must have had 4 million shots of this stuff. I was toe up in Costa Rica.
I just noticed that we're still.
I could see Vino dribbling hot sauce.
Jason, you were asking Smith and Cross. I haven't had the Ron Centenario, but if it's an aged rum, it's probably quite smooth. Smith and Cross is pretty punchy. It's a very funky
yeah. Smith and Cross is not smooth.
It's not smooth. It's a funky rum. It's got a lot of banana notes, but it's got this like earthy funkiness, which again, people say, like, that's why I was mentioning earlier about like Scotch people saying, "Oh, that's so smooth." Smooth means that you can't taste much, and if you're someone who's a kind of adverse, doesn't like that alcohol taste, then maybe smoothness is what you want. But for someone who appreciates a good nuance, good flavors, you don't want smooth. You want something that has character. So Smith and Cross definitely has character. It's pretty high. What's the ABV on it?
Yeah,
57. So it's pretty high ABV. So it's got an alcohol burn, but it also has a really unique funk to it, which is typically found in Jamaican pot stilled rums.
Yes,
like
Jamaican rums are specifically pot stilled
and stuff like that too. I will tell you
specifically
this,
pot still rums.
It
can be both.
Any tiki cocktail that calls for Jamaican rum.
Yeah.
Try with Smith and Cross.
If you got a tiki cocktail where it calls for Jamaican rum, or pot still rum, you want to use Smith and Cross. You can sip it. I'll sip on this stuff. It's amazing, but it's got character. But in a cocktail, it's also fantastic because it'll stand out so much.
Yeah, I don't normally sip it, but I do take shots of it once in a while.
Oh, I've sipped it.
If I just want a quick shot before I go to bed.
Like if you make the tea punch, because that's just like
I never made it with Smith and Cross.
I've made it with half. I make my tea punch with half rum agricole and half Smith and Cross, and it's beautiful.
I love my tea punch with Barbancourt 8, and I'm good. That's like that is a perfect cocktail.
I recently found this one here, which is it's from where's it from?
What are you looking at?
Savannah. It's a Creole. It's a rum agricole.
Unaged.
It'll probably be Haiti or something close to that, because that'll be a rum agricole is a French style rum, meaning agricole.
Yeah, I mean it's usually Martinique or
it's one of those islands. Anyways, but it's this is basically cachaça. It's so earthy. It's so grassy.
Cachaça is. You ever had cachaça in the Novo Fogo in a teapot? Is slamming.
Yeah,
but yeah, this stuff is almost on par with cachaça with that like funkiness.
Somebody just bought Novo Fogo recently. I don't know if it was Sean the Iceman. One of them just picked up Novo Fogo. I can't remember who.
I have.
Yeah, this is so funky. I would actually have trouble if picking out cachaça and this stuff. It's so funky.
Yeah. So I have the bar strength Novo Fogo, which is bananas good, man.
All right, so the cocktail I'm making today.
Oh yeah, you're making a cocktail.
Yeah, I'm done now. Actually, technically, I was just letting you guys talk. Is a pomegranate
Moscow Mule. Oh, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, that's all, Rob. Rob, I'm surprised you didn't cover this one.
I didn't. No, but I mean, there's so many. Like once you start just literally mixing like different fruits, and then like right away you just mix a different fruit flavor in a Moscow Mule, you already have like 50 variations. Then you take those 50 fruit variations and you just swap the spirit. Then you have like 1,000 variations. So I remember like people asking me when I started the 100 Days, 100 Mules, people were like, are you really going to make 100 different mules? I'm like, you could make 1,000 mules easily.
Yeah, technically, yes.
I have to admit, seeing all the people talking about traveling to get booze and stuff, US and like North American generally, licensing laws weird me the hell out.
Every state, Andrew, is different.
Yep.
And you guys have states that are still basically like in prohibition, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have state control. Totally illegal, right?
It's really
Idaho's like that.
Effed up.
And even where Jack Daniels is made, you actually you can't
dry
taste the wine unless you're the owner of the company. So what they'll do is they'll sell you a little portion of the company to be able to technically be able to taste the spirit.
Jeez, careful with that fucking knife there.
Right?
Waving it around.
He's talking. He's going like, ugh.
It's like watching. I don't know if you guys watch Bruce from Bar Talk, when Bruce cuts fruit and shit. It's the worst because he has like a slippery counter, and then he uses a slippery cutting board, and it's like, oh my god, this guy's gonna cut his fucking.
You mean like this?
I'm surprised he hasn't yet.
Oh, that's funny.
What we have in this version of a pomegranate Moscow Mule.
Really? Kentucky and Tennessee have dry counties?
Yeah.
New Jersey has them.
So does Idaho.
It's crazy because like they're like Kentucky and they're known for like bourbons. And oh my god. But I've heard that like I read this somewhere that the dry counties are actually worse for like alcoholism and stuff because it's illegal. People they go right next door and just buy a fuck ton of stuff, and they come back and they just binge drink and shit.
Well, it's what happens on the native reservations because the native reservations are all dry, and what happens is American distilleries, not distilleries, like the American businessmen, they set up like beer places and whatever right outside the border.
Right on the. I've heard that. Yeah,
so the natives go out, they get fucking destroyed, then they come back. You know what I'm saying? And they unfortunately it caused tons of issues on the reservations.
Yeah. There are some areas in Australia, some of the Indigenous communities have alcohol restrictions, but generally a bottle shop can sell whatever the hell they want. They just have to pay how much it costs to import or distribute it. But there's no limit. Spiritus is very hard. The 93, 95% ones is they killed a couple people.
Not surprised.
That's quite hard to stop.
Well, what's funny in Canada? So every province is allowed to regulate alcohol the way they want. We don't have any dry provinces, but we do. It is controlled. So like in Ontario, we have our liquor stores is called the LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario. Yeah. So it's you only can only buy it. They've started opening up, like a lot of grocery stores can now sell beer and wine. They can't sell spirits. They can sell beer and wine, but it's still controlled by the LCBO. But what's funny is about like 5-6 years ago, I forget when, but the federal government removed all regulations between inter-province shipping. but no one's so they said you like it used to be you couldn't do it, you could not ship inter-province, but the federal government removed all restrictions, so now you can, but none of the provinces kind of like started doing it because they're just like it's too much of a hassle.
Too much trouble. It's expensive.
Except Alberta. Alberta was like, screw this, and Alberta has the best selection. That's where Trevor's from. So I've recently discovered that there's a bunch of stores in Alberta that will ship to Ontario. It costs a bit, so you don't want to buy one bottle because the shipping can be as much as $50. So you don't want to buy one bottle. You want to get together with some people, buy like 10 bottles, and then they'll ship from Alberta. And the selection is so much better. That's when I started. Well, now Smith & Cross is finally back in Ontario, but for a while I couldn't get Smith & Cross, so I was able to find it in Alberta. And a whole bunch of different plantation rums, like a whole bunch of stuff that's not available in Ontario, I can find in Alberta and I can ship it over. It's great.
One of the issues with New York is that we have everything, right? It's New York City, right? So I can get anything. The problem is we can't ship across state lines. We can't actually ship anywhere. I can't even send a bottle to a neighbor in the mail. It's so basically, which sucks because like if I wanted to send something to someone out of state, like let's say I want to send something to Matt, I can't. So that's the shitty thing about it. I can get stuff. I've been sent stuff, but I can't. I literally cannot send anything.
Hey, old-fashioned ways. Cheers.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
See ya.
Oh man, they really relaxed the shipping laws in Australia during COVID. There was some restrictions, and they just went, yeah, no, we're locking people down. Let them just order the booze they want.
I can't ship rubbing alcohol. That's
like
you know what I'm saying.
That makes sense. You know, we were locked down. We were stuck in our homes. Let people fucking drink.
Well, the only so in New York they were letting people actually. So in New York you can't take like drinks to go.
Yep.
You know, so but during the pandemic, they were actually letting people take their alcohol with them. Yeah, which was
allowed here. I mean, here what they did was they allowed restaurants who have liquor licenses, but obviously the dining rooms were closed. They were allowed to now through their takeout option, they were allowed to make alcohol available through takeout.
Yeah, exactly, which we couldn't do before, but now they were.
Lone Star was giving out. I remember we ordered a couple times from Lone Star during the pandemic, but they had their margarita kits, and I was looking at it and I'm like, yeah, no, I can make a better one from home. I was looking at what's in the kit and I'm like, nah, mine's better.
I just watched my channel, Margarita Mondays. I remember I used to do a whole bunch of
Margarita Mondays. Wow.
I remember that. Yeah, that was your thing.
Yeah, I did. I think I've done well over 20 margaritas.
Oh, I mean, it's like my mule thing. You could easily make 1,000 margarita variations. As you swap the fruit, you swap the spirit, you swap the mixer. It's like right there. You can make 1,000 variations easily.
Hey, David, do you think you've made more margaritas or more blue cocktails?
Oh, thank you, Damo. Damo's in the house.
Damo!
Hey, Damos, what's up, brother?
And Damo,
I think we're like, I don't want to sound.
I want to say Hong Kong, but I might be incorrect.
I don't want to sound greedy or selfish, but I think Damo. I think we're the three of us. We're due for another painting of our cocktails.
You know what? I'd buy a painting.
I love that 3-tier painting he made of us. That's amazing.
David, did you make more margaritas or did you make more blue cocktails on your channel?
That's an unfair question. I
made
a lot of margaritas. I think it'll be pretty close, but I think I may have done a few more blue. You know what? I am going to have to look that up. Maybe I should write a book on blue cocktails.
So, David, let's see. How many years have you been on YouTube?
4.5 years. In July, it'll be 5 years.
Okay, nice. And roughly 3 cocktails a week for the whole time, or not?
Well, if you're just for the first, I want to say 4 or 5 months, it was two videos a week, and then I moved.
So let's say 2.75 cocktails a week.
Well, I've done more than 600 videos. So
that's what I was just going to ask you. How many videos have you done?
I want to say around 640-ish.
Holy shit.
I've probably done 700 cocktails between all of those.
Wow.
I've re-released, I think, 2 videos because my first videos were just so bad. My first videos, for anybody that is watching this now, if you watch some of my first videos, you'll watch a very wooden David who is absolutely terrible on camera.
Your first videos were fine.
I'm still terrible on camera.
When did you have the long beard? Was that at the beginning or was that a little further?
That was when I first subscribed. David, by the way, David, you might be like the 3rd channel I subscribed to. By the way, just so you know, I think it was definitely Bruce, and then it was Greg, and then it was you. I'm pretty sure you were my 3rd channel.
My beard started to grow during COVID, and eventually. And of course it got trimmed a couple of times, but at the one point it was almost this long, and it was a big, bushy, manly lumberjack beard. And
I remember saying to myself, like, look at this guy's so Canadian, it's not even funny. Seriously, the first thing I said when I saw David, I'm like, this guy's so Canadian. I subscribed to him because I loved it. I love that he was just like a regular dude. You know?
The only reason I trimmed my beard mostly was because of work. Right, and it came down because I screwed the last time. It was because I accidentally was trying to trim it and I screwed it up, and so I've kept it straight, tight, pretty much, just because I was trying to appear more professional at work. You know what? My family have all told me to grow my beard back out, at least part way, and all I keep saying is, well, professional. I want to go up the corporate ladder for some reason. I do.
What's wrong with the beard?
Well, it was the fact that my beard was getting big, and not just big downward, but it was getting big and bushy. My big problem is my hair is naturally curly, so on one side of my face it does this weird wonky thing, and so it doesn't match, which really pisses me off because it's really impossible for me to keep it symmetrical.
Well, look, I don't know what
How far did it get? How far did it get?
I want to say it was close to here.
Well, that big, eh? I got mine. I think the longest mine got was like this is trimmed right now. I got mine about here, and along with like my long hair, my wife would just basically said, "Okay, enough."
Look, guys, I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much. I don't know what Doc does for a living, but have you guys seen that guy's beard?
Hey, Doc's got a fantastic beard.
Doc's beard is epic. Dude.
That's a beard.
I wanted since COVID. So in 2020 and then 2021, 2022, and 2023, I got one haircut a year, and it is in October because it's right before we do my wife implored me, you have to get a haircut before we take our Christmas photos. We always have our Christmas photos planned in November. So I was getting one haircut a year for the past 3 years since COVID. So I kind of see how long I can grow everything in a year's time. I kind of wish I could do it a little longer, but it is what it is.
What, your hair or your
both
beard? Hair
and beard.
So I'm very much I like having a nice beard. I kind of let it get bigger than I initially wanted to. I just wanted that nice, perfect, fantastic beard. But even Doc says he grew his out during COVID, and he realized how fantastic a beard is.
It is fantastic.
Now,
well, Andrew's hair is long. Remember, he started. He had spiky hair.
Yeah, I was coloring my hair too. I had short hair and I was coloring it. And COVID, I was just like, nah, no more coloring, no more cutting. But I cut it recently. This is like as long as it was about 2 years ago.
Just drinking. What is just drinking?
Just drinking. Don't know that
What's
one.
that? I don't know that one.
Who's that?
Just drink, maybe?
No, I don't know. Never heard of that channel.
That doesn't necessarily mean. You know what? I'll have to look that up.
I think Anders is. It's obvious that Anders has become like the top channel right now.
Seriously? Holy crap! Eh?
Yeah. No, he's going great. Hey, I wanted to.
When you go on Reddit, everyone it's like all they talk about now is on Reddit.
Okay. Just drinking. Okay.
Is that the black guy? The black kid?
No. These guys are
just drinking.
I'll look that up. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, their bottle is their icon is a bottle with a couple of X's on, like 3 X's on it. So, what were you saying, Andrew?
I've never heard of these guys.
Only 2,000 subs. Fairly small. And when was their last video?
Don't know.
Oh, you know what it is? It's rum review.
It's
It's not a cocktail channel. It's a rum channel.
But you know what? We could learn some stuff.
No, I'm gonna subscribe to them. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, cool.
Why not?
Where you were
So what do
talking
you got,
about
Andrew? What do you got there?
Cross. This is from a local distillery called Jimmy
Yep.
Rum. The guy loves rum. He's so obsessed. He was importing like Barbados rum and releasing his own blends of it while he was building up to releasing his first proper rum. So he was releasing a few things under the name Cane Spirit because it wasn't aged to meet the definition of rum. This is 50% ABV, really funky, and
Happy holidays, Raph.
calls it rum, which I love because it was like, okay, no, this isn't Cane Spirit, this is rum. So he's just released this under the name rum, which I quite like.
So that's perfect. So what happens? You go to the liquor store, and you go to your local liquor store, and I say, I want some rum. What kind of rum? I want some rum.
Yeah, well, you get this.
I want rum.
You can tell this guy loves Jamaican rums. This is so funky.
All right, so Andrew, look, because I got a hard out because I got to work.
Oh, you gotta go. Yep.
So
okay.
we're gonna do our shot.
We got to do a shot. What are we doing?
Looks like you already made yourself a little dram of what? What's that? Jamaican
That was
right?
rum, but I'll turn something into a shot if we're doing a shot.
Well, we got you've already poured yourself a dram of
Rum.
of rum.
Well, you know, our favorite rum is Smith and Cross.
No,
Yeah.
I think bartender's choice, guys. What do you think?
What kind of shot should we do?
Bartender's choice, rum.
I like the rum and amaro one we did last time. Actually, that was actually a nice shot.
Oh yeah.
What was it? It was rum and Fernet, right?
Rum
Yeah.
and Fernet. Yes.
It was Smith and Cross and Fernet.
Man,
about
all right, in the chat.
and out of Fernet.
No, we're gonna let in chat.
Chat. What are we doing for the shot?
Two spirits. Nothing we can't. That most of us probably have some version of. Two spirits. We're gonna take. Okay, we're gonna make a shot out of it.
Well, how about a
in the
spirit and a liqueur?
A spirit and a
Well,
liqueur. Yeah, that's a good idea.
A spirit and a liqueur. We'll do 50-50.
50-50. Oh.
151 and Smith and Cross.
No. I don't have 151.
I don't have any 151. I'm almost out of Smith and Cross, so I'm holding on.
So,
to
like you know, like a basic, like a rum, gin, whiskey, nothing stupid, and then
Whiskey's-
a liqueur on top of that.
having a rum and rye based
Can
beverage.
you, David? Can you
A
get
burner and the
Smith and
Barbados
Cross
rum.
there?
That sounds really good. Oh, come on, Matt.
I
Jaeger
haven't
and pepper
seen,
and
I
schnapps.
haven't seen any Smith and Cross or Fernet yet,
You
but
can send me another bottle if you'd like.
I might need you to do that to me. I'll DM you and we'll find out.
How's that, Rob? That sound good for my Barbados?
Which one is that? That's the
Which one's
It's a
that?
Plantation 5.
Oh, I don't
I
have
like that.
Plantation
I like a
Five.
Verna and Barbados. I like a Verna and a Barbados sounds good.
I don't
Yeah.
have
I have a Barbados, but I'm sure I got a Barbados somewhere.
a Verna. I don't have an Averna.
Amaro. So choose an Amaro. Amaro and a Barbados. What do you say?
I have a Verna, but I'm going to go Angostura tomorrow because I want to use it.
Okay.
And okay, Barbados. What's a Barbados rum?
Plantation. Mount Gay.
It's Mount Gay. Is that Barbados?
Mount Gay. Yes.
Okay, I've got Mount Gay somewhere. Just gotta find it.
I have Mount Gay and I have Plantation. Hey Rob, what do you want me to use, brother? I mean, obviously Barbados, the Plantation is better, but it's a shot. Do I want to waste?
I'll use the
another shot?
Zymeca Plantation, and I'll use Luciano.
There's the Mount
Lucano.
Gay.
You got Lucano?
Oh, look at that!
Oh my God, my Verna! Look how low it is.
Nah.
This is your fault, Rob.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting concoction.
All right, I'm using Angostura and the Mount Gay Black Barrel.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
That'll be my shot.
So Plantation. I wish I could find Angostura. You know what? I haven't seen
All right,
any.
I'm gonna. You know what? So Rob suggested Barbados, and then my man Matt said to use the Mount Gay. So I'm gonna go with both of my buddies. I'm gonna split the difference.
Plantation 5 is an amazing Barbados. I'd actually like that. So here I am. I'm using Plantation Zymeca, and I'm using
Plantation Zymaka is basically a Smith and Cross. It's very
I
similar.
didn't want to use Plantation for a shot.
I don't have much Barbados actually. Interestingly enough,
It's pretty.
I just finished. I had the Black Barrel.
I'm not sure what Trevor just wrote, but yeah, Zymaka to me is basically Smith and Cross. It's like it's on par. It's on par in terms of funkiness.
Yeah, it's a light thing, so this should be interesting.
Trevor says use the Fortress if you have any left, but you already poured.
Just a sec. I have some Fortress. Hold on.
You're gonna give a little top off of Fortress. You've already poured your drink though.
There's still room.
There's still room in there.
So wait, Andrew, what did you do, Andrew?
I'm doing a Verna and rum. So.
Rum.
Nice. Gentlemen,
We should fancy this up with like a spritz of absinthe or something.
Oh, I can do that. But I don't
You wanna
think
do
anyone has that? I can do that. Right here, look, absinthe. Perfect. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it.
You know what? There comes a point in time when you shouldn't mix certain things.
Spritz of absinthe. I'm going for it.
A little spritz.
Little spritz. They're on top. There we go. Spritz of absinthe.
Oh, yeah.
That actually might work.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen,
Ooh,
ladies,
it smells nice
watching,
on the top. That's for sure.
everyone watching, everyone in the chat.
Yep,
Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas,
To
everyone.
families, to your friends, everybody. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Ooh.
good
Hey, that
call on
absinthe
the
really
absinthe,
helped.
Rob.
That was
Good call.
nice.
Good call.
That was really
on the
nice.
absinthe.
Absolutely
Damn.
fantastic.
That was good.
That was good.
That absinthe added like a nice little like I don't like licorice, but that added something
Neither
special.
one of us a big absinthe fan. That was a nice touch.
I made a Sazerac variation last night, and I did an absinthe float. It was like about 10 mils floated on the top, and drinking through the absinthe was fantastic.
It's almost like bubblegum.
But Andrew's right. When it's like the first thing you taste and then the rest of it comes in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to overpower. Absinthe overpowered is terrible. But when it's just like it's just there.
When
That's
it
why
disappears a little bit,
that's why tiki drinks that have like a dash of absinthe, it's beautiful. It doesn't need more than that.
It's an accent, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
It's
guys.
almost like it's almost had like a bubblegum flavor to it.
There's a B52 with absinthe. So instead of the orange beer, you put absinthe in there.
I like absinthe in like a French. What's the French champagne cocktail?
French 75.
French 75. I love a little spritz of absinthe in that.
Yeah. Or if you do the Death in the Afternoon, which is a heavy absinthe drink, Anders has a really good version of that one, which he instead of just being absinthe and champagne, which the original version is, he adds a little bit of lemon and a little bit of a simple syrup, and that does. It's still not my favorite drink because it's very absinthe forward, but it does make it more palatable with the lemon and sugar.
Yeah. So to everyone in the chat that's new to today's stream, we do this every month. So just tune in. David will let you guys know when it's happening. Rob will let you know, and I'll let you know. We do it every single month. It's always fun. We have guest appearances like Andrew all the time. We just have a great time. So hopefully you guys will be back. And
we'll be back in January.
Make sure you subscribe to all these channels here. This community is very close.
Hey, let us know. Like we don't have a theme. Let us know. We did last month. We did Amaro cocktails. Before that, we did coffee cocktails. Let us know January. There's not really a theme, so let us know what you would like to see in January. Absolutely. Maybe that's what we'll do. I 3 years ago we did a January contest, which was the spicy cocktails. So who knows? We'll do spicy cocktails for January.
Yeah. Well, listen, gentlemen, I have an early morning, so I just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Love you guys, and listen, remember, when life gives you lemons, you make yourself a cocktail.
Make yourself a cocktail.
Everybody have a fantastic.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All that jazz.
Absolutely. All the good stuff.